Welcome back to another episode of BC Life. Silver Santa and I just picked up 2 boxes of halves. He found this in his box of halves. I found one 90%er and all these 40s here. 4 of those 40%ers came from a roll that was an ender. I got 2 other enders here that weren't opened. So we're going to see live if any of these are like that last ender I opened where there was 4 silvers in a roll. So I'm going to have Silver Santa here open them up. You can see this one here is a 1960s half. That's 40% silver. And it looks like it's just that one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open another $50 roll. Right, here's another 66. Once again, it looks like it's the only coin in that roll. It was just weird how the one roll ended up having 4 silver $50. I wish I would have opened that one live. Silver Santa and I, we're actually going through 8 boxes of $50 here today. There's 2 more down there. But pretty much whoever finds the most silver wins, and the loser is going to be buying the winner 2020 Silver Eagle. Pretty much the same as last week. Last week, Silver Santa, he won, so I ended up buying him a 2020 Silver Eagle. We're doing the same thing this week. We'll see how much silver we pull, and let's get cracking. Well, welcome back. Silver Santa and I just got done with that box battle. He got a gold-plated encounter stamped coin here. It's 1983. Got a nice little stack of coins just to check in the book. A real worn down 72 $50. In 1971, we're actually going to put this on a scale and weigh it out. It looks silver. The edges look silver. We'll be able to tell once we put it on a scale. If you don't see this one again, it's not silver. If it is silver, I'll make sure to update you on that. Some of the stuff I found a 1999 S proof $50. A 2010 Philadelphia. It's a silver plated $50. Kennedy's head's kind of like gold plated. Pretty nicked up. We got this one here, which if you see right there on the edge, it's got like a weird strike to it where you can see the ridges on the side of the coin. We got this. That restaurant there is actually, it's north of us. It's a little bit of a drive. I think I've said this in a previous video. We found it where it's got a black sticker on it in the past. If we ever go up to New York or whatever, we might stop by that restaurant sometime, see what it's like. It seems like they put these stickers on the $50 a good bit. This is the first time we found a gold one. I got some coins to check in the book then too. And then for the good stuff, Silver Santa, he ended up finding this. He ended up with 5 silver $50, all of them 40%ers. And up here's what I found. I got 8 40% silver $50 and 1 90% silver $50. This week, I won the silver battle. I'm pretty happy on that. I really wasn't expecting to find a 40% or a 90%er, because lately we haven't really been finding too many 90%ers in the boxes. I saw that edge, and I thought maybe it was just a 69. I did get a 69 earlier. That has a pretty nice edge. As you can see, I just thought it was just like a newer 40% silver. I'm actually just going to start with the stuff that we're going to be checking in our books. This is pretty much a modern circulating clad here that we're starting with. As you can see, I got my 1970s here, 1980s. They're just really nice coins, so they're getting checked. I got 94s and the 2000s. Moving on to the nickels. Right up here, we got nickels from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and we had one 2006 that looked really nice, so we're going to be checking that in the book. We got some really nice quarters. We got a 1996. We got some newer quarters here. And we actually got a couple of these last week. I didn't show them last week, but they're the 2019 wilderness quarters. That's actually one that we just found fresh last week. This one here was found this week. But moving on to the pennies. These are just nice pennies we're going to be checking in the book. We got some common date wheat pennies, 1940s and 50s. We actually have a full roll of the common date 40s and 50s here. We have a bunch of nickels dated 1940 through 1955. For our nicer pennies, we got 1914, 1919. We got two of those. A 1923, a 1925, a 1934, a 1935, a couple 1937s, 38, 1940, couple 41s. We have a 42 here. We got a 43 steel cent. We don't usually pull these too often, but we do find them. So we got a 43 steel cent. That's pretty cool. Then we got a bunch of 1944s. A 1951 that's got some of its luster still. And we got a 1955D. Here's our Buffalo nickels. You can actually see all the dates, or lack of dates on them. And there's a V nickel we actually got. Then we got a 1938 and a 39. Here's some of, well, when I weighed this out, it's actually just a clad $50 here. It's not silver. We got some more damaged coins here. This one's just a real worn down coin. Someone gold plated Kennedy's head on this one, and it looks like it's either silver or platinum plated. We got two hold coins, a gold or silver plated one here. You can see where someone counter stamped it. I've been getting a lot of these lately. We got one of those $50 that has that advertisement for that pizza place. That's actually further up north. Haven't eaten there. If we ever go up that way, I think I'm going to stop by. We also got this one bicentennial $50 where someone wrote on it. It's somewhat stuck on there, somewhat not. I just thought it was kind of interesting. I figured I'd show it. Putting tape on coins actually causes them to start to turn green. And the spots where the tape's been sitting, it'll actually cause pitting. Tape actually contains PVC, which leads to PVC damaging, which is pretty much a corrosion of the coin. We got some Canadian pennies, not too many of them this week. They're ranging from 1967 to 2008. We got some Canadian nickels, ranging from 82 to 93. And we got a 2005 Canadian quarter, as well as 3 other foreign coins. Never found any of this one before. There you are on them. And now we're going to move on to the better stuff. We did get an ender. This is a war nickel, a 43 war nickel, meaning it has silver in it. And these are more war nickels. Anything that has the front side facing up is just a normal Philadelphia. And anything with the back side showing has a different mint mark. So these two here are San Francisco. They're both 1943s, 1944, and 1945. We got 2 San Franciscos and 1 Denver in 45. I'll move on to the 40% silver half dollars we found. As you can see, we found a lot of 40%ers this week. We found a total of 30 40% silver half dollars. And then we found 4 90% silver half dollars as well. We got 3 1964 Kennedy half dollars. This one's got an interesting tone to it. And we got a 1945 Walking Liberty half dollar. This is the first time I've ever seen a hole in a Walking Liberty half dollar. This one's actually going to be worth less than what the 64s are, because it has less silver, and due to that hole being drilled or punched into it, whatever. We ended up getting a 1950. This is just a Federal Reserve note, and we got 3 silver certificates, 2 of them being from 1935. And one of them being from 1957. Now we're going to get into the even better stuff. I know normally this would be the best stuff, but I just ended up getting my income tax check. And I went over to my local coin shop. Something they don't normally have in, they did have in. These are sterling silver cars here. It actually says under the wheel wells. See if we can get good lighting on this. It says sterling silver right underneath of the wheel wells. And they come in these beautiful boxes. But the first one I got here, is a 1911 Stanley steamer. The wheels actually turn on these, so it's just kind of neat. And the second one is a 1904 Mercedes Simplex. The next one's going to be a 1907 Rolls-Royce. And one of the other cool things about them, well, I guess you kind of saw that with the first car. Each one of them has that stamp underneath of the wheel well. It says sterling silver. And you also have all the little mechanical components on the bottom, which makes them even more cool. I got a 1903 Fiat. Just the amount of detail that goes into these is just amazing. Once again, the wheels on these guys move. The bag's not as flat that they're sitting on as it looks. I got a 1912 Hispani Souza. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I have the little card right here. I've never actually heard of that name before buying this car here. Really cool car. Once again, you have all the components and everything under it. A lot of these cars, I did notice, have a chain drive. Let's see if we can find one that has the chain drive I'm talking about. Right here it is. Where the wheels are chain driven rather than like the modern transmissions and drivetrains. They actually have chains right around the back wheels. Pretty neat on how that is. I got a 1913 Cadillac Coupe. Like how the wheels are. This one's actually got like a, well, I guess a couple of them do. I was going to say it actually has a spare tire on it, but really a couple of them do. And then the very last one is a 1906 Thomas 60 horse flyer. You can see the tops down on this one. This one is the heaviest car that I have. really happy on these. Never seen these cars before. Actually, I went to the coin shop once I got my income tax check. And it's something I've never seen in a store before. Supposedly this is a 12 car series. I ended up buying 7 of the 12. Normally I don't have as much money just to put into silver. We usually just get a couple of ounces here or there. Some of these cars weigh up to like 7 ounces, so... the heaviest one I have is actually this last one I'm showing you. That was the most expensive of them. Go ahead and show them from the top here. And then once again, these are the boxes that they come in. And they come off these like little tiny cards, which are pretty cool. I'll pull up the 1912 again. And then they have a little bit of information on the cars inside. I guess if you wanted to pause the video and read that, you could. I didn't actually read these yet. I haven't taken the time to read them yet. While we were at the coin shop, Silver Santa did buy me a 2020 silver round, and last week I ended up buying him one because he won the the competition last week. This week I won, so I ended up buying me a 2020 silver eagle this week. While I was there, I also picked up a silver bar. This is a 1 ounce silver bar. I don't usually buy silver bars too much. I do every once in a while on the rare occasion, but I usually go for rounds and coins. Which, once again, this week since I bought the silver cars, that is kind of something new and special just for this video. I've never bought them before, never seen them before, but they are a pretty cool thing to add to my silver stack.